So here's a question. What can you buy for $1.29 these days? I don't think you can even get a candy bar for that. So when I saw this tuner on the web at $1.29, I had to buy it and just see if this thing actually works. What it does is it basically just going to be a paperweight. So I put us through its paces. Let's take a look. Straight from China, as you can see here. This thing took about 3 weeks to get to my location, and the tracking number didn't even really work, but it was so cheap I had to try it. Open this bad boy up here. Musical innovation. Let's take a look. And we have what looks like an actually legit tuner. I'll turn this on here. Okay, so it's doing something. It's got its battery here. Normally these are the CR2032s. It's very common. Never throw your tuners away. Buy lots of batteries. It's just a matter of putting that battery in there. I've seen a lot of people just be like, the tuner doesn't work, and they throw it away, get another one. Obviously this is super cheap, but just buy a bunch of those batteries. They're good for all kinds of stuff. So the next thing we're going to do is we're gonna test this thing out on a few different things. We're gonna try a guitar, we're gonna try a bass, and we're actually gonna try a ukulele to see if this thing actually works, being such a bargain basement type of tuner. All right, so let's put this thing to the test. My concern is that a tuner this inexpensive may not be able to pick up all the frequencies from high to low, especially since this thing claims that it does ukulele and bass as well. And you can change all of that with this button down here. It's actually got violin in there also, but it's got guitar, bass, ukulele, and violin. So let's give it a shot from high to low and see if this thing actually works. Okay, so it gives a green light per string when you are in tune. So far, so good. I am concerned about the low frequency, like on the low E. Okay. There's that low, but it looks like it's actually picking it up pretty well. Let's do another cross check. I think the D, there we go. All right. So let's see if we're actually in tune here. Sounds pretty good. On to the next. Let's test this thing with a bass. You can change the modes here. As I said before, at the bottom, you'll see the very bottom left, it'll say bass. My concern with this is if it's going to be able to pick up a low E. So let's give it a shot starting at the high G here. It looks like it's picking that up with no issue whatsoever. Okay. Let's go to D here. Let's see, we're getting close. There we go. Let's try low A here. This is where it's going to get trickier, I think. All right, now let's try that E. And we've got an E. It is actually registering as an E in tune. Let's give it a shot, see how in tune we might be. I am shocked. It's picking it up. On to the next one. Let's try the uke. All right, for our final test, let's try with a uke. It seems like it doesn't have problems with the higher frequencies, so we might be in good luck with this. All right. Wow, no problem so far. and tune. I'm impressed. So in conclusion, I have to say the tuner did a hell of a good job. I would recommend picking up a few. You can actually buy them in 5-packs, 10-packs, etc. Super cheap. If you gig a lot, or even a few times a month, I would throw some of those in a bag just as an extra to maybe your standard tuner that you use. Because you never know. There's many situations you're going to get in, you forget something, you don't have your tuner, battery dies on another one. They're so cheap, if you lose it at a gig or a rehearsal, whatever, who cares, right? So I would recommend getting a few of those. I think the Snark tuner is probably still the best one that I've used. It's super durable, very accurate. But these cheap tuners are great, and especially for beginners. Gets them kind of using them. They're not perfect, but that kind of gets them ready for the next step when they get a real tuner. As always, if you guys can like and subscribe to this channel, that would be huge for me. I'm trying to get more and more people to see the videos and share the videos, and I really appreciate your help with that. Till the next time.